Hey, we've got some confessing to do. Welcome back to another episode of This Stays Between Us.
Yes. I have some thoughts for the week. Maybe this is not that hot of a take. It's like,
what is it?
Maybe basic. But
what's your confession?
I was at Costco the other day, and it's not really a confession. It's more like I was irritated about something. I'm gonna start a petition for us to bring like buttons back and like actual like the thingy of faucets back, because I kid you not, I spent like a solid 10 minutes like this trying to get the water to turn on, just like, and this
there's some that are like way too advanced. It's like, I didn't know I had to freaking do the Macarena like in front of you for you to turn on.
Like, it's gotta be a prank. There's gotta be a control room in the back where they're like, let's shut off all of them.
And by the way, that's illegal.
And so they're just watching me go like this, like moving my hand from one faucet to the other, and like I already have soap on, and like obviously I was gonna wash my hands, but like
that's how they come up with their next TikTok dances. Is just watching people.
Probably. Because, like, I would have just gone for the hand sanitizer in my purse, honestly, if I knew. But I had gotten the soap to work after a few tries. And then I'm just like, and I can't get it to work. And then this lady walks in and she's like, oh, yeah, I have that trouble too. Like, use this one. And then I tried and, like, she totally lied to me, to my face, because it did not work.
Just a random person.
And it wasn't user error, because I was going like this and I could see the little, like, red light, like, taunting me. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I finally got one of them to work. Like, for about 2 seconds, I just had to go like this, and I still had some soap, and I was like, I'm done. And then I go to get the freaking paper, and I'm like, no, not again. I almost had a little mentee bee over it. Like, I was about to lose it at Costco. So let's bring them back. Buttons and whatever. I want to, like, know what's happening, when it's happening. I'm tired of waving.
I'm tired of waving.
And getting ghosted by faucets.
Waving.
No
Let's
more.
cancel waving.
I'm over it.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said buttons, I was definitely thinking about, like, clothing with buttons.
Oh.
That we needed to bring that back. And I was like, yeah.
Like, sure. I'm ready to support.
Down with Velcro. I don't know where this is going. I don't know.
This reminds me, I went on a date with this guy, and like, it was a good date. Like, it was fine. And we went to, like, this Mexican restaurant. I was, like, kind of into it, you know, a little bit of a vibe. And we went to, like, we had to go up to this front or whatever to pay for it. So, like, I pull out my purse, and he's like, no, I got it. And then he pulls out his wallet and goes, like, it was full of, like, Velcro. I'm like, I feel nothing for you now.
The ick.
Like, I can never get over the ick. Like, the, and I'm like, immediately, like, look at his shoes just to make sure. And you're like, this is over.
Laces, Velcro. Was there a little light on the shoes, too?
I don't remember, but I was like, yeah, maybe not.
This is where this ends for us.
What else is Velcro on you right now?
I really should have let you pay.
No. You should have
learned.
called the feminist movement, like, right there. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Hope
Did he
he's
have,
doing
like,
well.
a Pokemon logo on his wallet?
I don't think so. I think it was just, like, black. And it was probably, like, 20 years old. Like, but it was just, like, that sound also, like, brought back memories that, like, I didn't even know were haunting me. I was just like what is it? I don't know.
It's so funny. All right.
Sad. Well, today we're gonna read some confessions, like Chris said. I immediately popped up, read it, and a couple came up, and I was like, tea. So we're maybe gonna read that.
Spill the tea, sis.
Yeah.
Spill the tea.
I forgot to save it, so I'm hoping it didn't, like, refresh. I'm gonna have to find it. TBD. Let's see. It said... Maybe stall for a second. Let me find it. What is your confession of the week?
Let me think. Oh. I thought my mom was dying.
What?
That's my confession. I was like, I had the weirdest conversation with her. I'm just like in the kitchen with my mom, and I was doing whatever you do in a kitchen, and my mom turns to me and she's like, I don't think I'm gonna be here for much longer. And I was like, what?
The hell?
This came out of nowhere. Shall we sit down?
Yeah.
What? And then she just looks at me. She's like, yeah, I just have like a really strong feeling that like, I don't know, like my time here is just limited. And I was like, Mom.
It's like, is this an existential crisis or like a diagnosis?
I know. I was like, what? I was like, you're not allowed to die.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what? That's like really weird. And then she kind of like changed the subject. She started talking about something else. And I
you're
was
like, no, let's go back.
I know. And I was like, in my head, I was like debating, do I bring this back?
Yeah.
Or do I just like let it go? It's like just a moment, you know?
Yeah.
But then I brought it back, and the way I like, for some reason my head decided to bring it back was just being like, okay, what sign are you gonna send me from the other side? And she's like, I'll pop up in your dreams or something. And I was like, wait, but I'm gonna think that is just me making it up.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, you don't have to worry about that. I'm healthy. I'm gonna be alive for much longer. And I was like, wait, what?
You're giving me like
I'm not
signals.
like, I was like, I'm not the one bringing this up. You're bringing this up. I'm not the crazy one. You're the crazy one. Don't be turning the tables on me.
I know, it's like, you just gaslit me to my face.
Yeah. No, I'm the one talking about death. What?
Yeah.
And
That's
she's like,
crazy.
no, I meant like here in this house. Like, I'm not gonna be here.
So she said.
Yeah, I was like, there are so many different ways you could have said that. Like, she thinks that they're gonna be moving soon. And I'm like, okay, that's very different.
What? Like,
and I'm like, why didn't you say we then? Like, why didn't you say like you and Dad? Like,
did
you're
she
not
just like want to take back what she said before, or do you think that she really like that's what she meant?
No, I think that that's actually what she meant, because she was looking at me like I was crazy. She's like, well, how'd you get that? I was like, how did I get there? How did you not get there? Like, this, what is going on? I was like, but also, thank goodness. I'm glad you're not having some, like, premonition or something.
I love how you were two, like, having completely different conversations.
For the longest time,
She's
too.
like, I'm not gonna be here much longer. Like, on her side of it, like, she's, like, swiping Zillow. On your side, you're like...
No, I'm, like, going... I'm like, what should I tell her to give me in the will? Like, maybe we should start jotting something
You were
down.
swiping Amazon. She's swiping Zillow.
No, just kidding. I was so, like, she brought that up. I was so mortified. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like, you're not allowed to go anywhere.
And she's like, but you have to let us move on. Like, just still talking and, like...
It was really one of those, like, sitcom movie moments that you're like, that never happens in real life.
Yeah.
It happens. It happened.
This is what people write movies about.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I was like, oh, wow. I am glad I brought it back up, or else I would have spent the rest of the week just like, why does she think she's gonna die? Like, what's going on?
So funny. Oh my gosh. It's hilarious.
I'm just like, I will never forget the look she gave me of like, you're insane.
Yeah.
Like, where did you get that from?
I thought she was fully gaslighting you, and I was gonna be like, let's bring her in. What's happening?
Yeah, let's sit her down.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I was totally invested, and now I can't find it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it was, because it was very short.
Okay.
But it was basically this person saying, I've been pretending to be deaf to people, even though I'm not. And
wait, I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad for laughing too soon, because I'm like, oh, wait, this takes like a
different
dark
direction.
turn. Yeah.
Well, she's not, but like, I guess she was like an ASL student. It's a really short confession, and I can't find it. It disappeared on me. But she was just like, yeah, like I'm an ASL student, so I know sign language, so I just pretend to be deaf sometimes to like trick people.
Sometimes I pretend like I don't speak Portuguese.
Okay, yeah. Is that the same? Because I guess it's a language.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not better than her.
Shoot. I'm
Dang
not
it.
better than her.
I was like judging hardcore from my high horse and I just got knocked down.
There was one time I was traveling with my friend in Brazil, and she, like, my friend is fully counting on me to be the translator, right? Because, as she should, I'm Brazilian.
Yeah.
But we go to this, we're at this, like little hotel. This one guy comes up to us, like, starts talking a ton, like, super chatty, and then as soon as he leaves, my friend asks me what he said, and I was like, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I didn't get a single word of that. And she's like, what? She's like, you're fully having a conversation with him. I was like, I couldn't tell. I don't know what he was saying.
But, like, is it because of the slang? It's gotten really heavy.
It was, well, we were visiting northern Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it's a different accent that they have. And so I was just having, like, I wasn't fine-tuned yet to the language.
It takes a second to, like... Yeah.
And then he was talking really fast, and I was just being polite, like... Yeah, like, that's... yeah, you know, and he was super nice, and then he just, like, walked away, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I guess explain this, because before we get judged hardcore by, like, the one person that listens to us, like, the accent in northern Brazil is very, like, it's hard to explain it, but it's, like, the best way I can describe it is, like, musically sharp. It, like, goes up and down, up and down, up and down, and, like, it gets distracting. Like, and it's, like... Sometimes it gets really distracting, like the up and down, and like you kind of have a hard time understanding what they're saying.
And the pronunciation of like the words is different. Like all parts of Brazil, the way people speak just changes.
Same thing everywhere.
Well, a lot more than here in the U.S.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
more aggressive. Yeah,
it's very like it almost sounds like a different language.
Yeah, it's
a lot of the time. Anyway, yeah,
That's funny.
It just flew over my head.
This has happened to me here a lot too, where I've had like full conversations where I had no idea what was happening, and I was just like, oh yeah, oh okay, and I'm like, I hope I didn't think I was a jerk. I was trying so hard to listen, but like maybe I have bad hearing, honestly, or something, because sometimes I'm like,
I think maybe it's ADHD. Like I don't know. Sometimes it's just like
you're like, ooh, butterfly.
Yeah. No. I'm like, oh, he's talking to me.
I know. I okay, this is bad. I was talking to Josh today, and he started telling me about work, and I usually listen. I'm not a bad person, but he does like engineering, which is like hard and not my field, you know, so he'll start saying like different words that I haven't heard before, and then anyway, I got zoned out like a few times, and it's not on purpose, because I have like a constant like to-do list in my brain, and so like it's very easy for my head to go there. Or like, oh yeah, I need to make sure I'm doing this, and I need to schedule this appointment, and I take my kid this place, or I have to babysit this person, or like I have this to do at work. And so I immediately went to that. And so a couple of times I was like, so like, what was the tea? Like, what happened? And he's like, oh, that was the full story. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I'm like, I suck. But usually it's the like, with other people, it's usually like I already asked, like, what did you say? Like, twice? So I can't anymore. And so I just need to just, like, keep rolling with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I fully get that. There are so many times where for me, it's not even a to-do list. It's just, like a monkey with symbols in my head, you know, like, going like this.
You're just...
I'm just, like, completely zoned out. And I'm like, oh, focus.
Yeah, like, hold on.
Come back.
Like, need to... But then you're, like, focus. And then you're like... Oh, you have, like, cute eyebrows. Or, like, you just zone out a different direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they say one thing, and it's like, I wonder what that would be like.
Okay, I do have a confession I just thought of. But it's, like, super embarrassing. And I don't know if I want to go there, but we're just going to go there. Because it's fine. Whatever. Who cares? And I feel comforted because they say this in an episode of Friends about Monica. So, like, but hers is better because she wasn't so old. But I kind of have a hard time with
she
clocks.
Wasn't so old?
But when she found out, like, cause in the thing it says that, like, she couldn't tell time until she was 14.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I still can't. Did that ever happen to you? I feel like we grew up in the age of like digital clocks, like more than not.
Yeah.
And they never carry that in school. And like I know what it is, but it just takes me a while to figure it out. And so whenever someone asks me like what the time is, and I don't have it on me, and there's a clock on the wall, and it's not visible to them, but it is to me, I just say, "Oh yeah," and then I walk away. I've done that multiple times throughout my life.
Wait, somebody asked you the time and you're just like...
Fully. I'm like, what was it? And I'm like, yeah, I've done that, like, a lot.
You're like, oh...
Or like,
there's a bee flying over there. Just walk away.
At one point, I had, like an analog, like, watch or whatever, for show. It was cute. And people ask me the time, and I'm like, oh, it's broken. Every time. And they would look at it and like, oh, it's like moving though. I'm like, no, it's broken. Sorry.
Don't question it.
I know. It's my watch. I know my watch better than you know my watch. It's broken.
That's so funny. I do know how to tell time.
Thanks for
not to brag.
rubbing it in. I know how to. It just takes me a second. I need to practice and like improve in that.
Like 5, 10, 15, 20.
I know.
22, 23. No, what I do get like super like thrown around is if somebody's like, it's 20 till the hour. And I'm like, what? I didn't know I had to do math.
I know you were so accepting of me just then, but I'm judging you for that. It means like previous hour 40.
Well, I know, but it like takes me a second where I'm like, I just wanted the time, not an equation.
Just 60 minus 20.
No, just tell me I don't know what hour it is. Yeah. Now I have to ask what hour it is.
Isn't that funny, like, the, like, little gaps we have in, like, knowledge that's, like, I'm, like, fully educated, but, like, we messed up a little bit along the way.
Don't ask me about fractions.
Same. Oh, whenever we're, like, measuring something, Josh starts saying, like, these random things, like, to me, like 536 or whatever. I'm like, I don't know what you want. I don't know. It's like, I'm gonna eyeball it. Leave the room so I can eyeball it.
Why are we even using a ruler?
Well, he's like trying to find like, what's the half, but we need to figure out the third or the fifth of this measurement. I'm like, I'm tired.
I only work in full numbers.
I hope we find our people, because that's maybe embarrassing. But like, yeah, I can do like 5th grade equations, sure, but like the measurements, I can't. It's like, it's too confusing. I don't remember. And like, y'all are out here with inches and feet or whatever, not centimeters. So I'm like, I give up. Yeah. Like, yeah. No, I have a few things on that.
I do have beef with the US a little bit for the imperial system. Is that what they call it? The whole feet thing. Where did that even come from? Yeah. Whose foot are we talking about?
Yeah.
Some king from some time?
It's nonsense.
Absolute.
I hate it when people are like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm snacking. I shouldn't. It's probably loud. I'm gonna carve it down. But I forgot what I was gonna say. Wow, that was fast.
Something about feet.
Oh yeah.
And inches.
Oh yeah, someone will be like, oh yeah, it's like 20 inches. Means nothing to me. Show me something that's that size. Like, if you say it in centimeters, I still have it in my head. Like, this is 20 centimeters, because I used to have a ruler that was 20 centimeters in my, like, little...
So you have your own measuring system.
No, like, it was 20 centimeters for real, because it fit in my little, like, pencil box, or whatever you call that.
So one pencil box.
No, there was an actual ruler.
3 pencil box distances.
I just like, okay, 20, like 40, 60, what, you know what I mean? I can kind of figure it out. But like, inches, I have no idea. Like, don't ask me, I'm tired. Or if they say like, oh yeah, in 3 streets go like north and then east, and then you're gonna go whatever on wherever, and I'm like, I didn't even want to go in the first place. I'm going home.
There are 2 things that I just cannot compute in my head. One is directions.
100%.
If somebody explains directions to me, I'm just like, you're wasting your time.
Like, here I know it because of the mountains. It's like, mountains is east, there is west, North, south. Cool. I'm down. Anywhere else where they don't have mountains? I'm effed.
And I don't carry around a compass.
And even if I did, it might as well be a watch. Means nothing.
So funny. The other thing I was gonna say that, like, it's like talking to a wall. And I'm the wall. Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Is when a waiter is telling me about a menu or like the specials or explaining food to me. I'm just like, look, I'm looking at you. I'm trying to listen.
It's like I meant to listen and then I forgot.
Yeah. I'm like, you just give me the second one you said. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not that flexible. I'm like, give me the menu. I'll look at it. Thank you so much.
Hand over the menu and walk away.
Please, I need a second. Yeah. Unless I've been there before, then I know exactly what I'm getting because it's the same thing every single time.
Don't deviate.
It's because, like, once you find something that you like, that's worth your money, why risk it? You know, it's safe.
100%. And then that one time that you do choose to risk it, you're like, I shouldn't have.
I know.
Should have stuck to what I knew was good.
I know. It always happens.
It does.
Over that. That's funny. I mean, I'm trying to think of other things that this is maybe embarrassing and very, very specific. But do you feel like you, like, learned English, but you missed the class on, like, animal names and, like, names of organs in English?
I don't know. Like anatomy?
Well, anatomy, yeah, but also like just animal names. I don't know. I feel like sometimes maybe it's like a second language kind of thing, but whenever anybody wants to play like a not trivia, like the Ellen game, whatever they're called, heads up, or like stuff like that, I'm like, I've never heard of that before. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what a dog is.
Well,
cat?
Okay, the basics, yeah, but like, then they have, I can't think of one right now, but they'll have like some animal and or they'll have some word and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And they'll be like, oh, it's the animal. And I'm like, did not narrow it down. I don't know what it is. And then I can't act out and I get embarrassed. Or it's one of those charade games and I get the thing and then I can't act out. And I'm like, I shouldn't be allowed to play. I know a lot of words. I promise.
Need words for this game. I'm not your girl.
I've gotten a lot better, but it was worse when I first moved here. I think I was like, okay.
I would claim that it's a second language thing, but it's just like a general. I don't know the names of things like in either language, but I will tell people that it's because I'm bilingual. Or
I'll blame so many things on that. Yeah.
I'll claim ESL all the time. Like, I'm ESL. I don't know.
It's like not my first. It's like in Brazil, I'd be like, I was born in the US. Like I grew up speaking English at home. I don't know. Yeah. I have an excuse for everything. Throw it at me. I got you.
There will be a reason why I don't know this very basic piece of information.
And it will not.
And you will feel bad about it.
And it will not entail me taking any accountability for it. Nope. Forget about it. Zero chance. Oh my gosh. Yeah, seriously. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I feel like there's like these little gaps where like life is going really well and then I find myself in that situation and I'm like, actually I'm stupid and I should just give up. I should just go home.
You think about it every night for the next like 5 years. Like, why did I say that? Why did I do that?
Do you have like specific childhood memories that you think about like right before bed? Like something like you're having a good night, you're about to fall asleep and you're like, oh, can't believe I did that.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear it.
Oh yeah.
Share with the class.
I know. Talk about confessions.
I know.
Do you have any that are in your mind right now?
Yeah, I have one very specific, and it happens. Like I think about this too much, like twice a day, probably.
All right.
It was probably 3rd grade. We were playing soccer. It was like I don't know how to explain this because they don't really have this here, but like basically in Brazil, how most schools work is, let's say you have like 100 people in your grade. Because you never get to choose your classes there, which maybe you know or don't know, like you never get to choose your classes. You always have to take like science and geography and math and English and Portuguese or whatever. You always have to take all of them, like, and they just get harder each year that you go up. And so let's say there's like 100 kids in your grade. they divide you up in like groups, so like 5 classes of 20 people each, and then it's like, let's say it's 4th grade, so it's 4th grade A, B, C, D, and those are the people you hang out with for all of your classes until you graduate that year, and then you move up a year, and then the same thing happens again. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But basically this school did a thing where like class A, B, C, D, or however many we had would play like games against each other. It was like a cup, whatever it was. And we competed in like volleyball against like the other classes. Yeah. Volleyball and like running and different things. And so we had a soccer one. I can't remember who we were playing against, but we were fully playing soccer. This is important. I was not the goalie, but I was like defending the goalie. So we're playing, and then at some point they kick a ball, and I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get it because I'm the goalie, and I wasn't. And then I picked up the ball, and we got eliminated because I touched the ball, and it was soccer. And I think about that twice a day, like because I gaslit myself.
You were the goalie.
I think I was close to the goalie and I was not paying full attention, and I was like, oh yeah, that's my job, and it wasn't.
That's so funny. It's so innocent too.
And I got like so aggressively roasted for this by grade A, B, C, and D. Because they're like, oh yeah, that idiot girl that touched the ball in soccer. Soccer is like the thing most precious to us as Brazilians, and this woman touched it. She doesn't
know you play with your feet.
I know, it's like, I know, I just thought I was the goalie in that moment. I don't know why. Anyway. Yeah.
That definitely sparks a memory for me of one of the things that keeps me up at night.
I'm sorry, but that makes me feel better. But I feel your pain.
Well, mine was, I was probably around like 12, like puberty age, you know, like you're just insecure about absolutely everything. Oh, yeah. And I was playing volleyball with my class, and my crush was playing too, like we were on the same team. And me and him were like, we were pretty good friends. And so he would tease me, and usually it was like fine. Foreshadow. Usually. Yeah. And then there was one time that like me and somebody else went to get the ball at the same time, but we smashed into each other and the other person fell. And my crush saw this and he started laughing and he started calling me a bulldozer. And I was like,
it's like, I'm a delicate flower. What do you mean?
No. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I was so upset about it. And he just kept laughing and like saying it. And it's like, I mean,
what's his name? Let's ruin his life.
Yeah. Everybody should go and tag him. No, like, super sweet kid. And it's like, middle school boy, like, can't expect much from them. But
he still can't.
I was mortified, and I still think about that, like, that exact feeling of just like wanting to crawl in a hole and just being like, I know I'm getting bigger, it's not my fault.
You're also like 12.
I know. Well, puberty, you know, and like, but your body's like changing, and
you're like self-conscious about it, but you're really like not. But bulldozer is harsh,
right? Right. Like, thank you. You're healing my inner child. I just need a validation.
Like, that's just like not it. Call the other person that fell like a wuss or whatever. Bully them. They're not here.
Them, yeah. Just like, you're just going around bulldozing people. And I'm like, it was an accident. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was depressing.
That brings one up for me. Why is it always like sports? But I was also like 12 or 13, something like that. And I had the biggest crush on this guy who was inappropriately older than me now that I think about it. But like, I was really into him. I think I was 13 and he was like 16 or something. I don't know. Like, we're both minors, but still. Whatever. His brother was in my class. And anyway, so I liked this guy. We had like obviously like nothing really happened, but like I had a crush on him. We had talked a couple times. Like there was like this rumor that he liked me, and I was all like, oh my gosh. Anyway, But one time, we're playing PE with my class. And we're playing soccer. Always soccer. Soccer is, like, hard for me.
It's a tough subject.
Traumatized. Anyway, yeah. So we're playing. I think the game was over. I can't fully remember. But we were playing soccer. And essentially, like, his brother had the ball. And he was like, bet you can't get the ball from me. And I was like, watch me. So we were, like, chasing each other, and, like, I took the ball away from him, and he tried to get it back. And, like, it wasn't, like, a flirty thing. It was just, like, we were playing. I don't know. Just being kids.
Yeah.
And at some point, he might tell a different story, but he is a liar.
And he's not here.
He's not here. That's important, too. But what I remember is that we kicked the ball at the same time, because we both fell. I think I told you about this. Have you heard this? Probably, maybe.
No,
I don't know. It might ring a bell once it continues. But we both kick the ball at the same time. We both fall down. And my, like, ankle kind of hurts a little bit, but it's not, like, broken or sprained or anything. It was just, like, a little sore because we hit the ball at the same time. So it felt like, not kicking a wall, but, like, it felt like, whatever, you know? So I fall. I'm, like, kind of laughing, kind of like, ugh, it kind of hurt. And I think that he's laughing. And I get up, but he doesn't. I broke his leg. Don't ask me how. I think it's a him problem, not a me problem. Because I was like 90 pounds, like 80 pounds. I don't know how heavy I was. Not heavy. And like a small girl. A little flower. And
it's like embarrassing for both people in the story. Because it's like like a 13-year-old girl broke his leg.
I know. The bad part about it was all like his brother went to the same school. He was just like a few grades older than me or whatever, and his mom worked at the school. So whatever, they take him away because they had to take him to the hospital.
Take him away.
I can't fully remember.
Off screen.
I like freaked out because I'm like, I like his brother and I killed him. What do I do? And so, like, there was commotion. I don't remember a lot of what happened. I just remember we had, like, art class after. Maybe it was, like, we were in school all day because it was, like, the English and Portuguese curriculum. But, like, at some point later in the day, we're in art class. And his mom walks in. And it's, like, my crush's mom, you know? And also the boy who I just heard.
That's your future mother-in-law right there.
I know.
Like, you gotta impress.
She walks in. And she's like, who was the boy who broke my son's leg? And everyone points at me. And I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, I was like crying. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to. Like, we kicked the ball at the same time. And she was kind of pissed. Really? I don't know how anything works in Brazil, to be honest. But I don't know if it was a hefty medical bill. Probably not. Insurance covers a lot of things. But still, his leg was broken.
Which is so
annoying.
Like, that happens. Like, kids get broken bones all the time.
Anyway, yeah. So she was kind of mad and she left. And then, anyway, I was worried that the other guy was never going to talk to me. And then I think he sent me a text at some point and he was like, LOL, heard what happened. I think you deserved it. And I'm like, okay, cool. But okay, cool. My class made fun of me for, like, we graduated high school together. And for the rest of the time, I heard that all the time. And, like, all the teachers kept on bringing it up. Like, if he would act up, he's like, Crystal, take care of it. Like,
the teachers in Brazil are sometimes just as ruthless as the kids.
I know. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's funny, but not when it's with you.
I know. It's like when it's with other people.
100%. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, they made fun of me for a long time. I was like the class's, like, hit woman. And that's so funny. It's funny too because years later, probably like 3 or 4 years later, I don't know, I think I was a senior at this point, but this guy from my class who's like I broke, he got into a fight with my brother. They were like playing soccer probably during lunchtime or something, and they got into a fight, and this kid was saying that he was gonna beat up my brother, and I heard about it and I was pissed. Like, I don't know what happened, like why I went like a little psycho.
You mess with family.
I know. I just got really, because like I think I was like 16 or 17 at this point, and my brother was like 13, and like he's tall now, but he wasn't then, and it was just, and this kid was older than him. Anyway, so I was pissed that he was threatening my brother, so I, in front of the whole class, like when we came back from lunch, I went over to his desk, I slapped his desk, and I said, if you ever mess with my brother again, I'm breaking your other leg. And I left, and everyone was like, she's gonna kill you. And I didn't, but I maybe would have.
He learned his lesson.
Yeah, I think so.
He knew you were serious.
Oh, I was. Yeah, anyway. I didn't know how I broke his leg the first time, but I would have figured it out.
It would have looked like an accident.
And he was like twice the size he was now than he was then, but I don't know. You go for the knees or something.
Yeah.
It's doable, I think.
I'm sure there's a YouTube video. A wiki how.
Wiki how. Restrain him. Invite him to play soccer.
Accidentally trip while placing your other leg right behind
a baseball bat.
Sneak into his house.
Allegedly.
Hypothetically.
Oh man, yeah, good times.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Well,
what other confessions do you have? Or are we at time? I don't know.
I think we might be at time.
Okay.
We try to keep these at 30 minutes.
And we're bad. So we are going to start a timer. Because we
I have no idea what time it is.
You neither.
And it'll be a digital timer.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. I'm going to learn now, so then this doesn't...
So that we can get... What is it called? An analog?
Analog.
Okay.
I know what it's called. I don't know anything else.
But yeah, if you like the content, give us a follow. We are on all the podcast platforms, including YouTube, and we have a TikTok, The Real TSBU. Yeah, that's it. At The Real TSBU.
I'll follow us. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
And remember, these confessions stay between us.
Yes. That ended up being mostly personal.
Minutes.
Dang.